Written to all the queer youth we serve and to all those who love them. At Kaleidoscope Youth Center, you belong. Here, belonging means being exactly who you were meant to be. Here, belonging means believing that you are worthy to take up space, to take in love, to take off the weight of fitting in and start standing out. Here, belonging means beginning on your own terms, in your own words, in your own power. Consider this a rallying cry back to your own heart, an anthem for all the moments you didn't give up. This is an invitation to push aside all that limits you, undermines or defines you, an invitation to fully belong. This is your birthright. This is your love chorus. This is the magical, weird, and beautiful thing called your life. Own it. Begin where you are. Believe what you're worth. Belong where you stand.
Good evening and welcome to the KYC Unity Soiree. I'm Erin Upchurch. My pronouns are she, her, and I'm the Executive Director of Kaleidoscope Youth Center.
My name is Karen Hewitt. I'm the Deputy Director at Kaleidoscope Youth Center, and my pronouns are Z here and she, her.
Kaleidoscope Youth Center is the largest and longest standing organization in the state of Ohio to serve and support LGBTQ youth and young adults. We were started in 1994 with so many people in our community who wanted to support LGBTQ young people. And over the past 26 years, we have grown and evolved into where we are today. When we first began to plan the soiree, it was important to us to figure out a way to not only honor and support our young people who are the heartbeat of our organization, but to also reach out to acknowledge and celebrate our village, because we know it takes a village to sow into the lives of young people. Just like many of you, our plans have been shifted by COVID-19. Last year we had a big vision to have a swanky soiree with maybe a little bit of a 1920s theme, some live music and jazz. And here we are today behind the computer doing it virtual, like so many other things are being done today. So thank you all for being here. We are so excited that you are joining us in our village tonight as we continue to work, to grow, and to support our young people.
So we want to talk about real quick the ways that you can contribute while you're here. You could text UNITYKYC to 44321 to give now. I believe there's something underneath me that tells you exactly where to go. And we also have a silent auction that's happening right now, and text to give at the bottom of the screen. So like silent auction is happening and there are lots of packages there. We also have an email. It's called soiree@kycohio.org, and you can send emails there. The first 5 people there will get a Cancun package that is 5 days, 4 nights in Cancun, and you can come and we'll give you a card where you can put it in and you will have your 5-day, 4-night stay in Cancun. So if you text UNITYKYC to 44321 to give now, you can donate. If you email soiree@kycohio.org, you can have a trip to Cancun already booked. We want to welcome our president right now for KYC.
Yes, Stephanie Best. There's so many people that support the work that we do at KYC. We actually are kind of a smallish organization. We have a staff of 12 and we've got interns. Unapologetic support of the vision and the ideas and the work that we're doing. We couldn't be where we are. So please join us as we welcome Steph Best, the board president for Kaleidoscope Youth Center. Here comes Steph.
Hi everyone. I, like everyone else, am having a lot of fun dealing with the technology this evening. This is fun. I'm watching my own face on multiple screens. Good evening. My name is Stephanie Best. I'm the president for the board of directors of Kaleidoscope Youth Center. My pronouns are she, her. I want to thank everyone for taking the time to tune in tonight and to join us for this soiree. Like Aaron and Karen, I too was really looking forward to a big swanky event. I was going to buy a new dress. It was going to be a whole thing. That is unfortunately not the event that we got. As I was thinking tonight about what I wanted to share with you and what I wanted to say, I thought about something I heard many years ago, the idea of a curse that is the phrase, "May you live in interesting times." And I think everyone will agree that we are living in very interesting times indeed. As we look forward to this event and this evening and having some entertainment and some music, and I know that we're going to be distributing some awards, I wanted to keep that in mind, that we are living in very interesting times. How do we recap a year's worth of work and of challenges and successes when it is so easy to feel like everything we know about the reality that we're living in has been pulled out from under us? It's really difficult, and it's really challenging to do that. I don't know that we can. In truth, I don't know that we can, but I certainly hope that tonight we can prove, I hope that this event will prove me wrong. I know that Aaron and Karen spoke a little bit about KYC, but I just wanted to touch a little bit on what KYC is. For over 25 years, KYC has been a voice and an advocate to LGBTQ youth in the Central Ohio community. KYC has been standing for our youth, has been providing that safe space and that respite for our youth for over 25 years. And I just think that is really remarkable in a time when it is so easy to feel like everything happens very quickly. Trends can rise and fall in the course of a week thanks to the internet. For an organization to be around for 25 years and to continue to deliver on that mission is really impressive. In any other year at an event like this, I might ask that you join us in providing that safe space for our youth. But this, like we've talked about, this is not any normal year. Everything that I have seen this year from this organization shows me that KYC is no longer a place where our youth go to escape the world. KYC is where our youth go to create it. And I promised myself I wouldn't get emotional, but KYC is where our youth go to create the world. And what I have seen from our youth this year and the staff that works with them is an amazing level of resilience and strength and vulnerability and a willingness to engage in radical love that I think is going to shape the reality that we will know in the future. I want to take a moment to thank the staff of KYC, and I'm going to shout out every single name. Aaron and Karen, thank you so much for your leadership. I also want to give credit to everyone who has contributed to the creation and pulling off of this event. Our operations manager, James, our connections program manager, Chantel, our program support coordinator, Leo, our GSA network coordinator, LaShonda, our development and marketing manager, Jen, our center program manager, Liam, our rapid rehousing case manager, Cole, our education and training manager, Amanda, our development assistant, Mitchell, our social work intern, Amber, and our administrative intern, Jayla. Thank you so much for the work that you do. I also want to take a moment now to speak to the youth that we serve, because this event is about you. As we've already covered, this is not a normal year. In my time on the board of directors for KYC, I have had a lot of time to think about what the mission of Kaleidoscope is and how we know when we've been successful. I see the sign of that success in you. As I mentioned before, KYC is no longer a place where our youth go to escape the world. It is where they go to create it. In your resilience, I see the grit and the radical love that will drive us forward. You are not the future, you are now. You are the voices that will not wait to be heard. You are the bodies that will not ask permission to breathe. This is your moment, and this is your movement. For the adults, for the families, the friends, the allies, the teachers, the coaches, the policymakers, and the influencers, we must commit ourselves to the success of these youth. I call on you now to join KYC in creating that success, in providing that opportunity. Please do what you can. Karen and Aaron have already outlined for you that there are many ways that you can give tonight and in the future. Everything that you give goes directly to supporting the mission of KYC to create that space for youth where they can create the world. Help us help these youth belong where they stand. Thank you so much for your time. I am also looking forward to this event, so I'm going to sign off soon here in a minute. But please enjoy the rest of this event, and please remember that everything you give is going to help KYC to create that space where our youth can create a better world. Thank you so much for your time. Enjoy the rest of the night.
Thank you so much, Steph, and to all of our board members and those who serve and volunteer their time to support our mission. If you are interested in a conversation about joining the KYC Board of Directors, please email info@kycohio.org. Fun fact about Steph that I would be remiss not to share here tonight is that Steph is the parent to a lizard, I believe more than one, a chameleon, and has brought it in for me before to show. So I appreciate that about Steph. And one more thing is that Steph is a really great person to have on Marco Polo.
You'll get all the best stories and quick updates about how things went wrong with said lizard in home. So now we have a performance from the one, the only Kay Daniel. Kay Daniel is a beautiful individual that is one of the most angelic singers I've ever heard, and also a poet, and a beautiful gift to this community. So listen, enjoy, Kay Daniel.
Good evening, and thank you for joining us at the Unity Soiree. My name is Kay Daniel. I am a creative right here in Columbus, Ohio, singer, dancer, actor, entrepreneur, activist, and a member of the LGBTQIA+ community. I want to thank the staff at KYC, Aaron and Jennifer and Karen, for asking me to be a part of this event. I truly am honored. I also firmly stand behind them with their message that belonging begins here. Being a Black man and a member of the LGBTQIA+ community, I understand what it means to be viewed as a minority and treated like a minority. I also understand the importance of community and the importance of having a village and people behind you that firmly believe in what you believe in. And for the youth, it is important to connect with people that see the best in you, that want to see you grow and help you cultivate whatever gifts that you have to give to this world. This year alone has shown us that light must outshine the darkness that surrounds us, and that we can't get sucked into it. So I want to do my part and use my gift to be a part of this Unity Soiree, and know that when you stand in your truth and when you stand in who you are, and when you have the community and the village behind you that are truly backing you, and you have that foundation, you really can soar and go wherever you want to go. So I thought it fitting that I sing a song that speaks to that, about how you can rise, how your soul can rise high like a bird. So one of my favorite songs to sing is by a creative, India Ari, and this is Soul Bird Rise. Thank you guys so much, and enjoy.
An open doors. I'm taking off the screen. I'm ready to let the world come inside and touch my life. that I am. Now that I have dropped the weight, I am light as a feather. It's time to elevate. Sober rise, lift your eyes, spread your wings and prepare to fly. This is the moment of your life. Go ahead and fly.
Hi everyone, my name is Liam Gallagher and I use the pronouns he and him and they and them. I'm the Center Program Manager at Kaleidoscope Youth Center, which means it's my job to work in partnership with youth to develop programming that meets the needs of our ever-changing community of queer youth. At our drop-in center, we typically have between 10 and 20 participants in our daily programs, which include discussions, art activities, and more. And on Fridays, we have social events that draw in the largest crowd of up to 50 participants. These social spaces provide youth the chance to connect with others who have similar identities and experiences, which is often difficult when you are isolated in your school or home environment. Currently, we are connecting with KYC youth virtually as we work to keep our community safe and healthy. This expansion to virtual spaces has allowed us the opportunity to work with youth all across Ohio, eliminating the barrier of transportation to our physical center. One of the most fulfilling aspects of my job is getting to oversee our gender affirmation project, which has helped provide over 100 gender-affirming products like binders to trans and non-binary youth. Thank you for supporting queer youth. We really appreciate it.
Hi everyone, my name is Leo Perdomo Blanco. I use they them pronouns and I'm the program support coordinator at KYC. My role is to support programming in general, but also to focus at Union County. So the Mental Health and Recovery Board of Union County and KYC came together and came up with 2 support groups that we started this year. An LGBTQ+ youth group and also a group for family and parents of LGBTQ+ youth. We meet in alternating weeks through Zoom, given the circumstances, and we talk about resources and different topics and basically try to build a support system and build a community in this area. So it's really exciting and really fun, and I'm really glad to be a part of it.
Hi, my name is Elsie Johnson. My pronouns are she, her, and hers, and I am the founder of Zora's House, and I am a big believer that folks who have identities that have been marginalized need and deserve safe spaces to connect, to learn, to grow, and to be fully supported and seen in all that they are authentically. And I'm so grateful for the way that Kaleidoscope provides that type of space for queer young people in our community to really explore who they are, explore their dreams and their voices outside of the burdens of any types of isms or phobias, just recognizing and being grounded in that place, in who you are, what you are worth, your goals and your dreams. And yeah, Kara agrees with all of that.
It's the mystery of iniquity. It is the misery of iniquity. Yes, it is the history of iniquity. When he don't fall down, telling you oh, falls down. Children, eat your bread, little children.
courtroom of lies. Purges the joys, witnesses, spies. Crooked lawyers, false indictments, publicized. It's entertainment, the arraignments, the subpoenas, high-profile gladiators, and bloodthirsty arenas, and to the dragon, black robe, crooked banners, souls bought and told, parole for 30 talents, court reporter killers and circus on the pavement, fighting in the system, not acknowledged by swear by the Bible, blatantly blasphemous, publicly perpetrating that it got we trust, cross-examined by a master manipulator, the best intimidated, receiving the judge's favor, deceiving saviors, doing injury to their neighbors, for status, gratis, apparatus, and legal waivers. See the bailiff representing security, holding the word of God, soliciting perjury, the prosecution, political prostitution. The more money you pay, the further away solution. Legal act. Children. Children. He never down. Yo, y'all can't handle the truth in the courtroom of lies. Purges the joy, witnesses, spies. Crooked lawyers, false indictments, publicized. It's entertainment.
Hi, my name is Amanda Erickson, and my pronouns are she, her, and hers. I'm the Education and Training Manager at Kaleidoscope Youth Center. KYC's Education and Training Program aims to cultivate affirming spaces outside the drop-in center by providing professional development workshops, consultation, advocacy, and support to youth-serving professionals, school staff, and organizations with an interest in learning more about gender and sexuality, youth experiences, and best practices for affirming LGBTQ youth and adults. KYC's Education and Training Program became its own department in 2018 as a result of the sheer demand for education and knowledge sharing in the community. After facilitating 24 training sessions that year, requests for education tripled the following year, and we were able to hold over 80 sessions in 2019, reaching over 2,800 individuals. While the pandemic has slowed us down a little bit, workshops have gone virtual, and in the fall, our community was back to requesting education and support. So far in 2020, we've facilitated 45 training workshops, reaching approximately 1,600 individuals. Over the past few years, we've been invited to provide education at school districts around the Central Ohio area, including Bexley, Dublin, Marysville, Olentangy, and Worthington, and community organizations, including Asian American Community Services, City Year Columbus, YMCA of Central Ohio, and the Columbus Metropolitan Library. We've also spoken with groups at the Columbus Zoo and Aquarium, L Brands, and Nationwide Children's Hospital. Plus, we've been seen at statewide conferences held by the Public Children's Services Association of Ohio, the Ohio After School Network, Ohio CASA, and the Ohio Library Council. Beyond facilitating training for youth-serving adults, KYC's Education and Training Program also supports the Ohio GSA Network, and the KYC Community Advisory Board. As a member organization of the National Association of GSA Networks, KYC is the state hub for Ohio GSAs, or Gender and Sexuality Alliances. As the Ohio GSA Network, KYC can provide technical support and resources to GSAs throughout the state, as well as empowering and training youth leaders and staff advocates to start GSAs in communities that otherwise lack support. The KYC Community Advisory Board, or CAB, is a group of leaders, ages 12 to 24, working together to inform KYC programming and special events, advocate for LGBTQ youth in the community, and provide a youth voice in the ongoing leadership and development of KYC. We're fortunate to be able to provide a stipend to youth involved in CAB for their time and energy. CAB was launched in its current form in the 2019 school year, with 8 student leaders who met once per month and began developing programs related to youth mentorship and marketing campaigns, along with assisting with the planning of special events. Now in its second school year, CAB is made up of 10 youth with plans to improve virtual programming as the pandemic continues. Additionally, going virtual has allowed us to extend CAB outside of I-270, and this year we've welcomed CAB members from throughout Central Ohio. We're excited to be working with these young leaders in CAB, with GSAs throughout Ohio, and with school staff and other youth-serving professionals to make a difference in their communities.
Young people, I want you to know that you matter. Your individual life matters to a lot of people. My hope for you is that you achieve peace and fullness in life. Please know that you have a community here in Central Ohio that is devoted to helping you achieve just that. We are here. Kaleidoscope Youth Center is here for you. For those of you who are able, please consider supporting the work of KYC as they create safer spaces for LGBTQIA youth in our community. Thank you.
Thank you, Anne, and thank you to all of our community partners and our allies in making sure that we get to do the work with our young people. Also, thank you to our part of our team. You got to see 3 members, to Liam, Amanda, and Leo, who all three are very integral in the work that we're able to do and reaching out to our young people and making sure that we can do the work of creating spaces and environments both inside the center and outside the center so that our young people get to be affirmed and know that they belong. What you heard from Amanda, Leo, and Liam is, I would say, talk about the work that we're doing, but literally talking about how we've changed and grown over the past several years. We started out as a Rainbow Crisis Line in 1994 and evolved into a center because young people wanted a place to gather with their friends and other people that they knew. Kaleidoscope Youth Center is a place that centers the need for safety. We want to create safer places for our young people. We want them to have experiences of belonging, and we want them to be able to access community. That is the core reason that we exist. Anybody who's heard me talk about the organization hears me say that is my sole reason for going to work each and every day, is to make sure that our young people get to have those experiences. And we're able to do this through multiple different ways. Currently, we've got our center-based programming, which Liam was talking about, the Drop-In Center, the Gender Affirmation Project. We have Gender Scope, which is for transgender and non-binary youth. We've got QPOC, which is for our youth of color. And we also funnel a lot of our volunteers through there as they get to show up and build relationships with our young people through mentorship. As Amanda talked about how education training became its own department, we're very excited to expand that even more this year to now we are the Education and Outreach Department, which not only is doing trainings to young youth providers, teachers, doctors, anyone who's working with young people, also supporting the Ohio GSA network. Well, we're also building relationships with other corporate and nonprofit organizations and businesses. We know that our young people are going to be in the workforce one day, and it is so important that we are out there kind of blazing the trail, if you will, to make sure that it can have those spaces of affirmation and belonging. Our next program that we're seeing emerge is our center-based programming. In 2019, Kaleidoscope Youth Center established the first case management and housing program that solely centers the needs and experiences of LGBTQ youth and young adults. In that, we also are able to offer supportive conversations. We're learning about racial justice centers and doing what we get to do so that our young people get to experience wellness. And lastly, which is super timely as we have this election coming very soon, is our civic engagement and advocacy department. In 2018, we released our first ever voter guide as an organization and had only a few candidates that replied. Last year, that number doubled, and this year it continues to grow, where if you go to our website or our Facebook page, you can see our KYC voter guide, which talks about the different candidates, including judges, from all parties who were available for us to get information from. But what's so important about that is those questions were from our young people and their families to talk about the things that matter to them. We're excited about a partnership with Equality Ohio, where we're doing work within schools and educational settings to combat and stand against anti-LGBTQ and anti-trans discrimination.
What that all says is we're doing a lot. So we have a lot going on. And how can you keep up with us and all that we're doing? www.kycohio.org. Also, if you are interested in that Cancun giveaway, that 5-day, 4-night trip, you can absolutely email us. I know it's underneath here, right here, soon. But soiree@kycohio.org. Email us. Let us know you're interested. First 5 will get the package soon. All right, we'll get back with you. Also, if you want to text to give, there's a text to give link right here, 44321 to give now. And you want to text UNITYKYC, all caps, text that here right now. We're going to go to some more videos of some wonderful people.
Awards.
Oh, we have awards.
We're going to do our awards now.
We're going to do our awards?
So Karen was just talking.
Congratulations, KYC from Equality Ohio.
Hey, everybody. We just wanted to take a minute and speak from the heart. We know that 2020 especially has been scary and full of a lot of hurtful and hateful messages, and we just wanted to let you know that you are not alone. You have people in your corner, you have people that will back you, and there are people that love you exactly as you are. You don't need to change, you just need to shine your light.
Can we just talk about how awesome you all are for a second? Like, you are living through some crazy, unprecedented times, and you are doing it with this beautiful light that's shining from you and making incredible changes in our world. And from Equality Ohio, I am so proud of you. You are strong, you are brave, you are unique, and most of all, you are loved. And this is a reminder from all of us that you are valuable, you are valued, you are loved.
Hey everyone, I just want you to know life was really hard for me for a really long time, and things started to get a lot better when I found my community and I reached out and I found these people at Equality Ohio. They're all here for me, we're all here for you. Things are going to be great.
So listen, let this light shine. Let this wonderful, beautiful light that is within you shine, and let it be a beacon to those who are around you. And let it also be something that ignites the love, ignites the fire, ignites the passion in you, so that you can be, just as we are, pushing for lived equality for all Ohioans.
Equality Ohio and all of us are with you 100%. We believe in you and can't wait to shape our world with you. Congratulations.
Hi, my name is Chantel Rogers. I use she, her pronouns, and I am the Connections Program Manager here at Kaleidoscope Youth Center. What that really boils down to is I'm one of the first people youth have contact with if they're interested in case management services or in joining our housing program. And the two definitely go hand in hand. The first step is completing a 90-minute assessment where I ask the youth about their mental health, their emotional and physical well-being, any relationships that they're currently in, and then we kind of segue into learning more about their housing needs. Towards the end of that assessment, I also make referrals to other community organizations here in Columbus. So if a youth is interested in name change or gender marker changes, I will pass them along to Equality Ohio. If they're in need of survivor or victims advocacy support, I will pass them off warmly to Bravo. And if they really are in need and aren't interested in long-term case management, I'll make a referral to Huckleberry House or Star House, depending on the intensity of their needs. Being here at Kaleidoscope has been really interesting, especially during COVID, and I've still seen a lot of our youth grow tremendously. I've seen an increase in their independence, an increase in their capacity as, wonderful adults that pay bills and make smart decisions, and we've still maintained a sense of community despite being apart. For myself, I understand that housing is only the first step of many, and myself and my coworker Cole make an effort to provide emotional support to our youth. We're often the first ones to get phone calls if something really, really exciting has happened or something really, really bad has happened, and kind of walking them through those next steps. I'm so appreciative of this opportunity to be here supporting our queer youth and supporting youth that have struggled with homelessness or housing insecurity. I love what KYC has been able to do, and I look forward to our program growing more and more.
It's hard not to be together in person, but I am so happy Kaleidoscope found a way for us all to celebrate with the queer youth of our community. My message, Huckleberry House's message, for each of you tonight is that we are here for you. We appreciate you for who you are, how you represent and express yourself, and for all that you contribute to our collective success as a city. My wish for every queer youth is that you know your own value and purpose and feel proud of your successes. I am hopeful for a community that meets you with compassion and values you for who you are. Not only do you belong, but you make us better with your voice and presence. Huckleberry House and Kaleidoscope have been longtime friends and partners. We share the same belief that a strong community is measured by its youth. We value and appreciate the Kaleidoscope team and the support that you give to the queer youth of our community. Thank you.
Thank you so much, Sonia and Chantel, and for talking about the important work of housing and what we're doing to help our young people to thrive. We know how important it is for our basic needs to be met, and that's what we do with our housing program and really everything that we're doing at KYC. So thank you again to our partners in this work and our collaboration, and the collaboration to make sure that our young people, that we can do something different for them to get them off of the streets.
We now are going to talk about some people that have supported us, and we're going to give some awards. That's what we're here for. We're here to talk about people. We're here to celebrate people.
Yes.
So let's get started.
Awesome. So our first one is for our Distinguished Youth Honor. Do you want to talk about this young person? You've been working with them pretty closely.
I have. Our Distinguished Youth Honor goes to Yalez. They, them pronouns. Yalez shows up for everything. For our Summer Institute, a current KYC volunteer or youth that makes an impact at KYC and in the community. So what does that mean? That means that Yalez is everywhere. Yalez has recorded a video with me. We'll be at the Columbus Women and Girls Fest this Saturday. Yalez was a part of our Summer Institute last summer and really brought a lot of wealth and perspective to the group of about 14 or 15 people that we worked with the Adam H. Organization. Also, they're on our CAB. They're on their second year of their Community Advisory Board participation for us. They were a youth liaison for our board. They are just so present and so ready to participate and do whatever they can do for us. Mm-hmm. I'm so grateful to acknowledge Yales for all the work that they do, and I'm so excited to see what they do in the future with us and after us. So here's Yales with the Distinguished Youth Award.
Thank you. Thank you so much. I really appreciate this, and I appreciate every opportunity that I've gotten that's gotten me here right now. I put my whole self into everything that I do with KYC, and I'm very proud to be here to accept this award. Thank you.
Thank you, Yales, so much for your work and all that you're doing to be a part of our community and give a better world to our future. Our next award is for the KYC Distinguished Volunteer Award. I am so honored, as these are my family. I call them my family, but these are my dear friends that I get to acknowledge. Mission Design and Staging is responsible for housing and supplying our housing and staging our housing units so that youth come in and young adults come in and they feel at home immediately. It's one of the most beautiful things. Every time we're trying to organize what we're gonna do, we're standing there and we're talking about the youth that are coming in and we're crying. We're crying. We're talking about how beautiful it is that they're gonna come in here and they're gonna love it and they're gonna feel at home and they're gonna feel safe and they're gonna feel loved the minute they walk in this home. Also, Summer Schultz is going to be on a video here telling us about and accepting this award because Summer has done handcrafted work for these apartments and for these housing units as well. Thank you so much, Mission Design and Staging, for being a part of our housing program that we're doing. I'm going to let them talk.
Summer Schultz here. Unfortunately, in the world today, there are children that don't know that they are loved and valued and worthy. They don't know that they are talented and beautiful. Kaleidoscope works every day to change that. And I am so grateful and honored to be part of that. Thank you for allowing me to share my talents and be part of that movement. Thank you, Kaleidoscope.
Hi. So looks like that was Summer Schultz who actually was speaking and not Amanda with Mission Design and Staging.
Right.
We'll get that part figured out. But thank you to Summer for your beautiful handcrafted work and showing up for us every single time. And for Mission Design and Staging, you not only are providing the furniture, you're going into the trenches with us. And so we thank you for that as well. This next honor is for our Outstanding Allied Organization. This is a business, nonprofit, or other organization that has demonstrated a profound allyship by emphasizing the work towards social justice and inclusion and to advance the interests of LGBTQIA+ youth. And the winner of this, I would say the honoree of this is Mosaic.
Mm-hmm.
Mosaic is an organization that serves transgender and gender non-conforming young people ages 13 to 29 and centers the needs and experiences of young people of color. Dwayne?
Hi, my name is Angel. She, her pronouns.
Hi, my name is Bianca. She, her, hers pronouns.
Hi, I'm Jay. They, them.
Hi, I'm Lester. He, they pronouns.
Sterling. She, they pronouns.
We cannot begin to tell you
what being recognized by the Kaleidoscope community
means to us and for the communities we serve.
Every week, our team does its best to provide
linkage to care and free HIV and STI services.
Resources and education focused on queer, trans youth.
Programming like poetry nights, watch parties, and self-care demos.
We loved pre-COVID when the community just dropped by and hung out.
And we cannot wait until we can sit in real-time community again.
This award really excites us.
It means Mosaic is making an impact.
That the light we are shining is reaching you all.
And you're finding it useful and engaging.
We are grateful and we are honored.
Thank you.
Thank you.
Thank you.
Thank you.
Thank you.
Welcome to Mosaic, a Central Ohio-based wellness program and community space for transgender, gender nonconforming, and non-binary people of color ages 13 to 29. This space is for you. When we have the freedom to be ourselves, we can take care of ourselves. So know your status. Stay healthy. Take what you need. Get referrals for full healthcare and PrEP. And enjoy community or relax by yourself. Mosaic. You be you. We'll provide the space.
Congratulations, Mosaic. One thing that I failed to mention at the beginning is these honorees were selected by their peers and other members of the community. So about a month ago, we put out a call for nominations and people made submissions talking about why these organizations or why these individuals are so important in our community and doing the work. So this next one is for our community freedom fighter. This recognizes an individual or organization in the community who is organizing and fighting against oppression and lifting up the voices of oppressed people. We got a lot of great nominations, and as it turns out, we actually had a tie for who will be getting this honor. So I will talk about the first person, I'll introduce them, and then Karen will go next. So the first recipient of the Community Freedom Fighter honor is A.S. Green.
Wow, this is like ridiculous. I'm so thankful. Thank you for the nomination and winning. It's bananas. Shout out to Trans Ohio, all my fellow nominees. I'm truly lost for words. Thank you so much.
Thank you, AS. We appreciate your work on the ground and behind the scenes sometimes, and very present. We appreciate you. Our next community freedom fighter is Wonder Doug Cuckler. And I am so glad I can call this person friend. Doug is the type of person that will turn his own workspace into a resource center. And it's amazing. So the amount of work that has been done and the amount of money that's been generated by shows and community activities, it's amazing over the last 2 years. And I'm going to let Doug tell you about his experience with KYC, but I'm just so grateful that we know Doug and that Doug is a part of our family. Doug.
Hi, local comedian Wonder Doug here. And I love supporting Kaleidoscope because over 20 years ago I was a depressed youth and I was really suicidal and I felt alone in the world. And Kaleidoscope helped me feel less alone. And to think of all the youth that they've helped in the last 20 years and will do so in the future, I think is an amazing thing. So you always have my support. Also, if you stop by the garden and get a Wonder Doug shirt, from now till Halloween, we will donate 100% of the proceeds from these shirts to Kaleidoscope. Thank you guys. There's so many things to keep fighting for. Bye.
Doug, there are no words. And I forgot to mention the premiere. I think this is the premiere of Creature the Cat. So thank you for giving us all that much needed cat visual. And we're going to go into our next award. Erin?
Thank you so much. This final honor is one that we established last year during our 25th anniversary celebration. This is the Andrew Levitt Spirit of Kindness honor. Many of you know Andrew Levitt as Nina West, the bride, the star, the brilliance of Columbus, Ohio, and really across the country. Andrew is one of the most kind-hearted people that I've met in my life.
Absolutely.
He has been contributing to KYC for a number of years, thousands of dollars. It is because of the Nina West Foundation that we were able to establish a gender affirmation project that Lane mentioned earlier. Andrew shows up for our young people in any way that he can. He uses his resources, his voice, and his connections to make sure that our young people have what many of us did not when we were younger. This honor is awarded to a community member that has made a positive impact in LGBTQIA+ young people in Ohio through philanthropic endeavors or other positive youth development programs. Thank you so much, Andrew.
Thank you, Aaron. It's truly such a tremendous honor to be here tonight and to stand in this greatness that is Becky Westerfeld. You know, the things that we truly value in this LGBTQIA plus community of Columbus, Ohio, are the pillars with which Becky has led her life. Becky is the recently retired executive director of Huckleberry House, a crisis shelter, a housing provider, and a support organization for youth ages 16 to 24. You know, 26 years ago, Becky was a key part of the founding conversations that started the Kaleidoscope Youth Center. Since that time, she has been an unwavering supporter and continues her commitment to LGBTQ plus youth through her generosity and very, very wise mentorship. Becky has often said, Kaleidoscope is my favorite organization in town. I mean, after Huck House. Becky is an outstanding advocate for young people. She has saved many lives. Her abundant support of KYC and her contributions to the community are the epitome of kindness. On behalf of all of us, I'm thrilled tonight to say congratulations, Becky, and thank you for your leadership, and thank you for your kindness.
Hello to all of my friends from Kaleidoscope. Thank you so much for this honor. It means a great deal to me. Kaleidoscope is such an important part of our community. Our children need to know that they are respected and are safe, and you are an important part of that. Thank you so much.
Hello, KYC.
Hi.
And all of the amazing supporters. I'm Giovonni Santiago.
I'm Alysse Dalessandro Santiago.
And we are with Meta Center Inc., which is located in Akron. And
Ready to Stare LLC, also located in Akron, but all over the world on the internet.
yes, so just wanted to send a message to the amazing youth out there. And I'm going to just speak directly to our trans and non-binary youth. You are loved, you're supported, and just know that whatever struggles you feel like you're going through, there is light at the end of the tunnel. You can do whatever you decide, and you can always change your mind. I am a trans elder in this life, and I've done 1,000 things, from walking on the runway to on New York Fashion Week, to starting my own nonprofit, to being a teacher. You can do whatever you want.
My message is specifically for my queer, bisexual, and pansexual youth. I just want to tell you, if you are struggling or you are questioning whether or not you belong in this community, you belong. There is no one way to look queer. You are queer enough, and nobody else on the outside needs to validate that for you. I went on a long journey. I came out much later in my life than Gio did. I came out at the age of 29. So I just want to let everybody know that there's no rush, that you can do things in your own time and in a way that makes sense for you. And if that means you come out to a few friends and you don't come out at work or you don't come out at school, that's okay. Just be really kind to yourself through this process and know that who you are authentically is amazing.
Yes, so we support KYC because it's important. It's important to have youth centers that center themselves around our queer and trans youth. It's important to have these in our staple communities because we know that the youth are the future. So that's why Meta, another organization similar to KYC, is in partnership with KYC, because we know that there's strength in numbers and there's strength in love, and that we can do all the things if we all are rising together. There's no barriers to that. The sky is the limit, and we can all get to the top. So let's help each other up. Let's show each other love. Tell all of your friends, go to KYC so we can continue to grow that organization. Donate to it, volunteer, and just remember, love yourself and each other. And we at Meta and Ready to Stare, we love you.
We love you. Bye.
This song is entitled Legalize Me. I got the idea for this song at the Columbus Black Women's March for Peace and Freedom. And it's about legalizing being black and who you are. The sun, the moon, the air, the water, the ground, you didn't make it. The black, the red, the yellow, the brown, white, you cannot take it. Planet divine, eternal mind, seek and you will find. You can't control the time. Ooh, legalize me, legalize me, my race, my gender, and my sexuality. Legalize me, legalize me. I was born to be free. Legalize me. My walk, my talk, my hair, my style, my smile. Appropriated. My struggle, my hustle, my go-so, my solo, my dolo. Incarcerated. The whole world's crying out. Stop killing us, no. Pulling statues down. You can't turn us around. Come on, legalize me, legalize me, my race, my gender, and my sexuality. Ooh, legalize me, legalize me. I was born to be free. Legalize me. Break it down on the legalize. Legal, legal, legal. You got to make me legal. Legalize me on the dot down. Legalize me on the shot down. Oh, the shabba-doo bow the dot bow. Let me go, let me be free. I get to be me. It doesn't matter, no, what you think. Hey, it doesn't matter. I was born. To be me. I was born to be. Hey, doesn't matter who I am. If I'm black or if I'm trans, if I'm LGBT, I get to be. I get to be.
Legalize me, legalize me, my race, my gender, my sexuality. Come on, Dr. E.
Thank you for that.
Yeah, you're welcome. You're welcome.
So we have our own resident talent at KYC. Again, another way that we get this work done here in the state of Ohio. We have now come to that time in the evening where we get to talk about the ways that we get to all show up and continue to support our young people. You've heard about our programs, our drop-in center, the expansion of that, the different ways we're connecting to the diversity in our community. You've heard about us being able to establish and right now maintain and sustain the first case management and housing program in Central Ohio that centers the needs and experiences of LGBTQ youth and young adults. You've gotten to hear how our education and our outreach department continues to grow and expand due to the demand of people wanting to get it right. We live in a time when there's so much turmoil and there's a lot of talk about diversity and inclusion, and at the end of the day, for us, it all goes back to what we said at the beginning. It's for our youth to have safer places, experiencing belonging, and have access to community. Next up, we have our board vice president, Rob Lease, who's going to talk to you about all the ways that you can support our future.
What if someone wanted to?
Hey everyone, how's it going this evening? Here with a couple friends watching the Unity Soiree on our big screen, and just wanted to make sure that everyone is remembering why we're here this evening, which is about our youth. I love KYC personally because of I love seeing the Instagram stories and the daily check-ins with our youth. I kind of have a love-hate relationship with them. I love seeing the positivity of what's going on in their lives. I hate seeing that some of them are still in unaffirming homes, and that I'm able to be part of an organization that can help make sure that we educate our community and parents on why it's important to affirm their youth. So just want to say thank you to all the work that KYC is doing. My friends and I support everything that's going on, and we greatly appreciate it.
Collective power. When we talk about all the reasons to give to KYC, I want you to think about collective power. So what does that look like? That means that we have the resources to do the things that we need to do to support our youth. And when we do that, we are a great community. So UNITYKYC, you can text that, it's right underneath me, to 44321 to give now. What these resources do are support all the programming that we have going on. They give youth a way and a place to belong. Right now it's virtual, and Mercury retrograde can do whatever it's going to do. Perhaps come play with us today. So thank you for staying with us for all of that. And I want to let you know that we are grateful for you being a part of the community. Our youth absolutely are our future. They understand exactly what we need to do to create a world that belongs and believes in everyone. So thank you for being here. I'm going to pass it back to Aaron, and I'm so glad you've let us hold this space. And if you've given, great. If you haven't yet, wonderful. You can also go to www.kycohio.org and become a volunteer. There are so many ways to give back, and we're happy to see you soon.
Thank you, Karen. I was just sharing recently with someone about the power of community. And when we say things like it takes a village, we don't take that lightly. There are so many ways to support and invest in and love our young people. It's not uncommon that we get questions in trainings or workshops like, what's the best way to support an LGBTQ young person? And my first response is always to love them. Love them. Love them so much they never have to question whether or not they belong. Love them in a way that they know that they are all right just as they are. Love them in a way that invites their authenticity to show up. And that's what we get to do at Kaleidoscope Youth Center every single day, and that's something that everybody out there can do. We were talking about, when I was talking about the different ways to love our young people, it was, I think in March, we were talking, we were gonna do other resources, and our immediate response was to make sure that our young people could get their basic needs met. So we did a $5 Friday. It was on Facebook. And we told our community what we needed. And not only did we have an abundance of donations come into the center, but you all raised over $9,000 in less than 24 hours to make sure that our young people could have their needs met. Over $9,000 in less than 24 hours. And those were from several small dollar donations, $5, $2, $10, all the way up the scale. And that's what we want to do here at Kaleidoscope Youth Center. That's the work we're inviting you to join us to do. Thank you so much to all of our partners who shared messages of hope and encouragement, who talked about the ways that they love to support us, the ways that we're working together to create a more true and beautiful world. Thank you so much to our artists. You know, art in the time of trouble or struggle is so necessary. I think art's always necessary.
It's life-giving.
It is life-giving.
Yeah.
But to have it in times like these, when some of us feel the most disconnected, when our young people are experiencing that, we are so grateful for the artists to share their gifts to bring us all back together. Thank you to my phenomenal team at KYC. I'm going to name each person, and I really hope that I don't forget, so Karen, feel free to chime in.
I got you.
So of course we've got Karen, our Deputy Director, who provides support to the entire organization, to myself, and to our team members. Jen Kuhn, who's behind the camera here, our Development and Marketing Manager, is just fantastic, period. We've got James Westfall, who is our manager, our operations manager, and James is one of the most cool, calm, and collected people, even if he's raging on the inside.
James is the glue.
James is the glue, and he has a really great style, we'll say. I don't know.
James has rose-colored glasses on right now, and James told us that, and we got to see it in a meeting earlier. So wherever James is in a wonderful house robe and rose-colored glasses because 2020.
That's part of that is our administration team. Then we've got our community-based wellness team, which is Chantel Rogers. We've got Cole Campos, who is our social worker. We've got Leah, who is helping us out every now and then in Union County. We have Amber Phillips, who is an OSU MSW student, a social work student. And then our education and training. We've got Amanda. We've got LaShonda, who is the coordinator for Ohio GSA Network. We've got Liam Gallagher, who is running our center-based programming.
Yeah.
We've got Mitchell Corson, who put together the really beautiful packages that you saw tonight for your silent auction, which I believe is closing at 8:30 p.m. So if you have not made... Which is now, I don't know what time it is.
It might be 8:30
here.
Time is a constant.
So we're so grateful for that. If you haven't had it, if you didn't bid, I'm sorry. Come join us next year, and we'll have other great packages.
Yeah.
The winners will be texted, I believe, early next week to let them know what packages they have won. And I think what I want to close with is the immense gratitude I have for our community, for people in our community. I started at KYC in 2018, essentially stepping into like an established dynasty of the work that is being done.
Yeah.
And as a community, you have rallied around myself and our team and our young people to help us expand and to grow and to actually meet the needs of our youth and our young people. I love to say it takes a village, and I love to see people show up because it shows our young people that they're not alone. We can say it takes a village all the time, but until they see you, our community, showing up in the multitude of ways that you do, they don't know that for sure. So thank you to you. Thank you for watching us. Thank you for hanging in there with us through our technical difficulties. As Carrie mentioned, Mercury retrograde. And really, like, this is 2020, right?
For
Zoom
sure.
life for real. So thank you all for your patience. Those of you watching it later, just sit tight because it gets real good. And do you have anything else you want to add?
Thank you.
Thank you so much. Have a great evening.